Hi guys, it's Mary here. I thought I would shoot my house again, primarily for Susie Bird, because I think you might be single and have the same energy level and maybe income, so that if I ask your advice on how to landscape, it's something I may be able to achieve. Also, of course, Kelly McKelly, I know when I ask you something, you will give a straight answer. So, and everyone else, please pipe in. I think my style is more like Dr. Seuss on acid. This is the front of my house. So you can see how I jacked up this little fence, $12.99 each from probably Menards, and this I just cleaned up. I liked it. It had lots of rocks in it, but it would be a shelter for insects and pests. And then here's my garage that does not match the siding on the house, which may be replaced, as well as the roof, because of storm damage. So here's a little thing I had out. It reminds me of my mom. She once fed someone an elbow sandwich because the kid kept stealing her lunch in school, a Catholic school, mind you. She watched the girl eat the sandwich, and then she told her, you just ate dog food. I bet you don't take my lunch anymore. That's my mom. So my neighbor next door, Meatball's wife, likes the painting too. So I put it out. And then this says, be nice or leave. It was usually in my kitchen. I got it like years ago in Barrington, Illinois, at a cute little shop. Here's some more. I have more of those containers. And then this little thing. That's wood for mulch. And then here is, the side drive. Like I say, I'm more like Dr. Seuss on acid. I'd like to do something, this is actually kind of funny, with the trees out front, but I have to actually, one Friday I have to put the garbage out on one side because I'm afraid Meatball Jr.'s girlfriend might have a few in her. I did see her back over my solar lights one year. She has a big truck that she has a hard time driving. And then the next week I put it on the other side because Meatball Jr. has a few in him. And he uses, part of the easement to park in front of his parents' house. So that's a funny story, but I would like to landscape the front of the trees. But here's the front of the house. The stuff, that's a fire pot filled with flowers because my mom loves fires, but she's had the police here twice because she burns brush. And she doesn't burn during the burn time. She's just not good at following rules. But, of course, this stuff is too close. This is all shade, pretty much. I forgot what that's called. That's one half red, half green, Japanese maple. I love those weeping spruces. Some lilies that the rabbits didn't eat. My tree I called Curly. That's nice. I like how that fern's going. This tree, you would think it's dead, but it's not. The bottom is still green. And I don't know what to do with it. And then here's a rose of Sharon my neighbor at my mother's house gave me. Planted probably too close to the gas line. So here's roses that I have. I should water them and plop that thing up. That vine can go up halfway towards the house. I used to have a huge one. Just look at that stump. But it died this year because I had pruned it last year. So that's the house. Okay, so it's a tiny, tiny, like under 900 square foot house. The roof line is horrendous. I can't stand the roof line. I should tell you what's going on with my boss. When I went into work that day, she didn't say anything to me, which I thought was strange. And she didn't call me. She didn't respond to the 2 emails. I have a 3rd basket. I'm going to hang that chandelier up outside because I'm weird like that. Maybe I should back up. That's spinach growing in those things. I just never got around to hanging those things properly. For Penelope, I should go in the garage. That would be a special treat. And then here's at the shaded area. This is my raccoon abatement. I have something growing there that's a vine that I should take care of. But that keeps the raccoons out. And then I have Virginia creeper here. And then this little mess of stuff. Should I take that and put it at the back? See, right now I'm on the north and the west side. Should I put it on the south and east of the property? Some of those plants. Here's another weeping Norway. Some more maples. Some heather. Cypress I got for $20 each that I just tied together. Is that grass that just grew, or is that some kind of plant? And the neighbors on this side are really cool, so I don't like upsetting them. There's a rose bush hidden back there and a peony. How do I clean this up? What should I do? How do I clean this up? Okay. And then I'll bring you back here. I have evergreens that I get basically for like a quarter, 75 cents, $3 at the most. This tree. None of the morning glories grew. I like covering this whole fence with vines. Do you think I could still plant morning glories? Okay. Alright, and then here's my garden. They like to sit on the lettuce. So don't ever come over to my house and ask for a salad. My dogs like to sit on it. Here's my tree. See the little apples? Okay. And then I removed a lot of plants from the north side of that fence after watching Swoozy's garden. And so I put columbine here, one of these here, some daisies here. Like an idiot, I planted lamb's ears, not in a container, and also spearmint. So that grows wild. I have to pull it out every year. I don't even know what these are. I'm probably replanting weeds. That's some lavender. That's a rose. I think the other 3 roses died. They were supposed to be winter hardy. And that's it. So if you have any ideas what to do with this big old mess, let me know. And then in the meantime, with regard to my boss, she's a great boss. I adore her. She's one of my best in my life. And she really relies on him. And although I was under the impression that he was told, you know, just don't talk to Mary Lynn until we get this straightened out. That wasn't what happened. What happened is, as I expected, she probably put the fear of God into him, and he was just trying to be so nice. So can you imagine, whatever his thing is, he's trying to be nice to me, and he's just making me more and more anxious that second day, and I sent the second email. So when I came into work on the 4th, he wasn't working, I was, and so was my boss. Her eyes were rimmed in red. So I'm like, oh, great. She's, you know, it's her first time as a manager. She used to be a teacher, and I'm probably giving her high blood pressure. It's not my intention. Also, when you send documents, like an email, I only did it the first time because I knew it was her day off, but I wanted her to know this is what he does to me, because if I talk about it, I didn't want to get upset and forget and, you know, look like a lunatic. And then when I talked to her and things didn't improve the second day, I sent her another email because I don't think she realized how anxious I was. So that probably freaked her out, and no likely her boss. My intention is I just want him to shut up and leave me alone. But, you know, she relies on him. He is the type of guy, he lives and breathes for this job. But at the same time, I am fully competent to do this job. If anyone is, it would be me. I mean, look at Susie Clancy. She got ill from eating, I think it was hamburger. So I think of that every time I'm preparing food. I am like the biggest germ phobe as it is. And, you know, it is what it is. But when it turns cruel and malicious, you know, I will just pull him aside and tell him, don't ever talk to me that way again. And, you know, the sad fact of the matter is, I love that job, but maybe someone with my background and skill set, you know, shouldn't be there. So, I am, you know, I just have to be aware of that. She believes he does that to everyone, and it's just because he's so particular. I know that there is, at times, an element of cruelty to how he treats me. That, you know, she's just not aware of. Although, you know, I did tell her how he was already off the clock yelling at me to help clean in the catering kitchen. And, I don't know. So, give me your advice on the garden, guys. I hope you enjoyed this.